Good morning from the Smokies. It's Ryan and it's currently snowing. Well, a little bit of snow, but I'm gonna go for a walk. I try to hit 10,000 steps a day, and so I wanna try to go do something I've never been able to do, which is walk through Dollywood while it's snowing. It should only be snowing according to the weather app for the next hour. So we're gonna head over there down the road and make it over to Dollywood and see if we can walk around in the snow. And even if it doesn't snow, we'll just see what the crowds are like on this Wednesday. How many days until Christmas? 14 days away from Christmas. So let's hop in my truck and head over to Dollywood. Oh, thank you so much. Have a good day. Love you. Bye. So it's just me today. The kids are doing some school. Mike was so kind, he just brought me my water. So we don't live too far from Dollywood. Hopefully we can make it over there, and there's still a little bit of snow. As we go over the hill here, you can see the Dreammore Resort in front of us. I cannot see Mount LeConte off in the distance. So when it comes to Dollywood and weather, they will keep the park open when it is snowing. As long as people are able to safely get in and out of the park, they shouldn't be closing it down. You can see the Dollywood sign over here to the left. None of the snow that's falling right now is actually sticking to the ground. I recently did driving videos throughout Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg while it was snowing, and I came up here to the sign, but it was at night, so Dollywood was closed. So I want to go in here while it's snowing. I've never been inside Dollywood while it's snowing. I've seen it after it snowed, but I think it would just be kind of fun to go for my daily walk inside Dollywood since I live right down the road. I'm thinking going for a walk through Dollywood while it's snowing is a lot more fun than the treadmill in my basement today. Hello, how you doing, Ray?
How are you?
Better than I deserve.
You're good. They're parking C right now.
Yes, sir.
Have a good day.
You too. So we made it over here to Lot C. C for cotton candy, cold, chili. I think we can actually go up to B. So we've come up to parking lot B, which hardly has anybody in it. I don't really see anybody in the handicap area as well. So I think the park is going to be pretty empty as we go for a walk in the snow. I know I've lived in Tennessee for 7 years now, but the Floridian in me still gets really excited when it's snowing. As we make it over to the front entrance, there are a number of signs out front of Dollywood letting people know that cold temperatures might keep rides from operating. I did a video recently going over all the details of every ride and what temperature the park needs to be at for each of the rides to operate. I'll put a link to down below. So if you are going to be here in December or the beginning of January before the park closes down for the season, you'll have a better idea of what to expect to be open based on the temperature when you're here. I'm always super excited to see the Dollywood sign when you walk in the park, but it looks extra special at the moment while it's snowing. I think it's fair to say there's not going to be too many people in the park today, at least at the beginning of the day. I think more people will start coming tonight to see all of the Christmas lights. But if you want to walk around with very little crowds, now would be the time to do it. And it's especially very pretty with all of this snow. Here's a look at the current ride wait times. Black Bear Trail is open along with a drop line, and you got a couple of small rides that are up and running, but most are closed due to weather at the moment. Let's walk over to the Dolly Parton Experience. I do hear the train running off in the distance. Got Dolly's pink Christmas tree and all these little white Christmas trees around the Dolly Parton Experience. Looks like there's some people heading inside for a show. So even though all of the rides are not open at this time, all of the shows are open, like Heidi Parton's A Christmas to Remember show, which a number of people are heading inside to get out of the cold weather for. Looks like the snow is already starting to slow down, but let's go for a walk through Dollywood. Let's work our way over to the grist mill. Can go in and enjoy Christmas in the Smokies, which has 4 different show times today. So it's a little bit after 12 o'clock now, and funnel cakes and the kettle corn have not opened, at least not yet. Looks like they added this Christmas reflections sign over here by these Christmas trees. You can see lightning rod off in the distance. I don't anticipate that opening until it gets up to 36 degrees, showing 34 degrees at the moment here in Pigeon Forge. Here's a look at the crowds on a Wednesday. There's some music around the corner. It's a group called Mountain Highway. I'll let you listen to a sample. A nice little tune. Will we have room for Jesus on this Christmas day, as the snow, I think, is starting to pick back up. Let's see if we can make it over here to the train. I think it's fair to say that the snow has picked up inside Dollywood. Oh, I love it. This is so awesome. So we could hop on the train, but I think I want to walk around the park a little bit more in case it does stop snowing. I want to be able to check out over by the mill and see true blue snow in the grove. It's just another day for the ducks at Dollywood, working their way around the park. I think they're wondering if you have popcorn.
Who's in that popcorn?
Oh, he spots some popcorn. Yep, they're going in for the popcorn. I'm gonna let these guys continue to go that way. I think we're gonna go this way towards the mill to go past all of the silver and gold Christmas ornaments and the wall of lights. I think I gotta keep switching hands. My hand is getting a little cold recording at the moment. It's always great to see the grist mill. It's extra special to see it while it's currently snowing. I do see some people getting in line for some hot cinnamon bread, which would be really good right now. So not a lot of people here at the moment, but I do see somebody we need to stop by and visit real quick. It's Applejack. Since it's snowing in Dollywood, I think Let It Snow would be awesome. Place to go. Yay, thank you, Applejack.
You're welcome.
Have a great day. Stay warm.
You too.
First time you ever tried that?
Yeah.
You did awesome.
Well, thank you.
You did awesome. Thank you. Because we've hit such cold temperatures, they do block off these little bridges that have a potential to freeze. The ground is actually not too bad right now, but I think just out of caution, they try to close off any areas that could cause a guest to slip. I'm still blown away that that was the first time that he's ever done Let It Snow. Very impressive, much more talented than I could ever be with that thing. A little bit chilly, but it's still a beautiful day for a walk into Dollywood. Oh, looks like we're gonna have to go around, as they did close off this little bridge like I was talking about. I did come into this store real quick to warm up for a moment, and I did notice these John Deere tractor ornaments are new. They're $24, and I have not seen these cinnamon bread ornaments before, but these are $25. All right, let's get back outside and brave the elements and walk around the park. I did make a big mistake. I went with a lighter jacket because I was getting a fire started for Brie and the kids as they were going to do some school. And as I was carrying firewood and doing all the work that I was doing, I was getting really hot. And I was like, oh, I'll just do the lighter jacket. And now I'm wishing I had the thicker jacket. But oh well, we'll be all right. We're going to keep moving. I did make a quick stop and got some hot chocolate as we go for a walk around the park. I think the sun is thinking about coming out. I think it's fair to say that the snow has stopped once again. I don't see anybody out over in this section of the park at the moment, but I do see these two ladies over here. They each have a little owl. Let's go visit real quick. What do you have here today?
We have two of our eastern screech owls. This is Gimli, and over there is Buster. They live with us at the American Eagle Foundation, and they were actually brought to us because both of them were hit by cars, which is unfortunately a very common occurrence out in the wild because people throw their trash along the roadways, and these guys love to eat rodents, and rodents love our trash. So they would get focused on that food item, and then they unfortunately fly into cars' pathways. And Gimli here suffered traumatic brain injury, and we learned that because in order to be released into the wild after rehabilitation, they have to go through live prey testing. And unfortunately, he was found cuddling with his live prey instead of eating it. So we did some more testing and found out he could not be released because he can't survive. But Buster over there, when he got hit by a car, he actually suffered a detached retina. And so in order to have him be happy and healthy and comfortable, he did have to have that eye removed, which does affect his ability to see as well. So neither of them can be released because they can't survive on their own in the wild anymore.
They are really, really cool. So thanks so much for sharing.
Absolutely.
Hope you guys have a good day. Stay warm. Looks like the clouds are starting to clear out, and the snow has pretty much come to a stop at this point. But I'd like to continue to walk around the park and see if we can get to our 10,000 steps. So the weather app says that it's 36 in Pigeon Forge at the moment. Tennessee Tornado is closed. It's my understanding it needs to be 34 degrees for it to operate. So they might be doing some ride testing now that it's warmed up to 36. Someone asked me yesterday which rides in Dollywood go upside down. Tennessee Tornado would be one, along with Wild Eagle around here in the corner do go upside down. The Mystery Mine kind of does, to my understanding, but everything else, such as Fire Chaser Express in front of us and Big Bear Mountain, which has thankfully reopened, do not go upside down. The sun is coming out. It might be a beautiful afternoon. If it can get over 40 degrees, a lot of these coasters will be able to all open back up. So you can see them hanging out in front of Fire Chaser Express. Even though the sun is coming out, it needs to hit 40 degrees for this particular ride to open. And based on what I see, I don't see it getting over 40. So I'm not sure if Fire Chaser Express will reopen on a day like today. I can hear them working on the Wilderness Pass restaurant on the other side of the fence. As we continue into Timber Canyon, you can see there's just nobody back here in the park. Mystery Mine is another ride that it has to hit 40 degrees, so I wouldn't have the greatest optimism that it will open up today. Let's head up here to Wildwood Grove. See, the waterfall for Big Bear Mountain is currently turned off. It does need to be 36 degrees for Big Bear to operate, which it is 36. So Big Bear's not open at the moment, but we're gonna hop on his little cousin here. I told him to crank it up. It has a top speed of 13 miles an hour. So when I hopped on, I said, full speed. I want the full 13, not 12.9, not 12.8. We want 13 miles an hour on this puppy. Oh, it is pretty cold today. It only has to be 23 degrees outside for Black Bear Trail to operate. I kind of want to walk around and see what's going on back at Big Bear Mountain. It's a ghost town back here in Wildwood Grove. When we first walked in the park, it was, oh, it's pretty snow. Now it's just kind of wet and cold at the moment. I'll tell you what, I'll take a walk around Dollywood over a treadmill any day. It's currently 37 degrees in Pigeon Forge at the moment. Big Bear Mountain needs 36 degrees to be up and running. I just talked to the guy who's operating the ride. He says that he has not gotten the official okay to start testing, but once he does, he's able to go through all of their daily checks and open up the ride soon. Again, there's pretty much nobody back here at Wildwood Grove at the moment as I'm walking out of Big Bear Mountain. You've got the Dragon Flyer over here to the right. I don't see anyone anywhere. There's a quick look at Wildwood Grove. Let's work our way back towards the front of the park, which as we do, I'm noticing the sun has disappeared once again. I do have some people riding the lumberjack lifts. Drop line is up and running. There's nobody in line for. If I wanted to, I could go on and pretty much ride the ride all by myself at the moment. Well, we didn't make it back here to the Arctic Passage while it was snowing, but it's so overcast, you can see the lights pretty good at 1:30 in the afternoon. So we've made it back to the front of the park. I'm doing pretty good on steps. I think I need a little bit more before I head to the car to head back home. So let's see if I can walk down here a little bit further. I'm gonna head back home and do some work in my home office. I'm gonna see if I can bring home a hot drink with me. Let me see what's nearby. I do hear a lightning rod going up the track, so that has reopened now that it's warmed up a little bit more from when we first arrived. So I found myself a drink for the road, and I'm gonna head back up to the front. Maybe I'll grab some cinnamon bread to bring home for the kids. So I did go into the bakery real quick and grab some cinnamon bread to go to bring home to the kids. Our plan is to sit by the fire and watch a movie tonight. You can see the crowds will start picking up now that the weather is getting a little bit better. It is warming up. This is probably the best hand warmer I've ever had. Oh, it not only feels good, but it smells good. Feels warm in the Emporium gift shop. As we exit, I'm looking around and I don't notice anything sticking out as new that I haven't seen yet. So I've just about hit my 10,000 steps for the day. I think I could afford to take a couple bites of the kids' cinnamon bread, you know, dad tax. And I'm excited to go home, warm up, enjoy a movie with the kids tonight. But I hope you have enjoyed coming with me into Dollywood. I've always wanted to walk around while it was snowing. It wasn't a lot of snow and nothing sticking to the ground, but it's still really neat to see, as I said before, having lived in Florida most of my life. So it's a fun little walk. Got some exercise in for today. But that's gonna wrap up this video. If you'd like to see my other video where I go into more details of what rides are open at what temperatures, I'll put a link to that down in the pinned comment in the description below. But thanks so much for watching. Until next time, I'll see you on the next adventure. 13, top speed, right? 13, crank it, crank it.